Some ironing earlier, ironing some shirts ready for work next week. I thought, yeah, let's have a chat about clothing, shall we? Not just Cockney rhyming slang and general slang terms for clothing, but also the different names that it has in British English, which may not be the ones that you're used to if you live in other English-speaking countries. So, clothing generally, they can be threads, it can be clobber. You might hear the word schmutter. Schmutter comes from Yiddish. There's a strong tradition of Jewish tailoring in East London. So schmutter comes from that. And if you work in the clothing industry, if you're a tailor or a machinist or you run a clothes shop, you're said to be in the rag trade. So if you're well dressed, you can be snappy, you can be natty, you can be done up to the nines, you can be dapper. If you're not well dressed, if you're very untidy, you can be shabby, or you can be scruffy, or you're a scruff or a scruff bag. There's various other ones, but they're the most common ones you might hear. Right, I'm going to start with a very important difference between British English and English in other countries, okay? These, which you probably call boxers or underwear, in England and the UK, these are pants. Not what you will call pants. That will be a very common misunderstanding for you if you come to the UK. Right, a couple of basic ones. This is a dickie. A dickie dirt, a shirt. And this is a Peckham. Peckham Rye, which is an area in South London, tie. As far as I know, and I've never heard it, never referred to in British English as a necktie. It's just a tie. Okay, so this is a whistle. Whistle and flute, suit. This particular one is a three-piece whistle. It has a jacket. It has a waistcoat, which is what you may call a vest. In British English, a vest is something different. It's what you would normally call an undershirt. It will go under your dicky dirt, under your shirt. That's what a vest is. This is a waistcoat. You can probably see better there. A waistcoat. And these are what you call pants, or you may call pants if you're not from Britain. We call these trousers. There is rhyming slang for trousers, but it's quite rare. It's either rounds, from round the houses, or callards from the candy firm Callard and Bowser's. Now you might say houses, doesn't rhyme with trousers. Remember I was saying earlier about our Cockney dialect, we're a bit lazy again, and we sometimes will say trousers. So that's how round the houses rhymes with trousers. Right, now forgive me for these because they're still in the box because I only got them the other day. Now this could be almost an unfortunate misunderstanding as pants. These are the things you wear that you clip onto your trousers to hold them up. In the UK, these are braces. They are not, under any circumstances, suspenders. Suspenders are what a lady uses to hold her stockings up. If you go into a menswear shop and ask for some suspenders, you're going to get a very, very strange look. Okay? So next one. This is a pair of mints or almonds. Mint rocks or almond rocks. There probably needs to be a little aside here to explain what mint rock and almond rock is. Rock is a very hard sugar candy. It's a lot like candy canes. That very, very hard that you have to suck before you're able to chew it, really. It's most common at the seaside. There's a big tradition in the UK, because nowhere is more than about 200 miles from the sea, of going to the beach at the seaside for a break, for holiday. And one of the things you find at the seaside is rock. And it's this very hard sugar candy. It's made by boiling up lots and lots of sugar. There is a very interesting thing about rock in that it quite often has a name made all the way through it. by how they make it. So it'll have the name of the seaside resort in it: Blackpool, Brighton, Southend, Worthing, wherever. And it's also sometimes used like an idiom for being like a really passionate supporter. So my favourite football team is West Ham, and someone might say, oh, if you cut him, you have West Ham running all the way through him. So your team, let's say you support the Steelers, if you cut him, he will bleed yellow and black. Similar sort of thing. Little bit of an aside, but rock is that hard candy, and that's where the rhyming slang mint rock or almond rocks comes from. And this is a pair of daisies, or daisy roots, boots. If you've ever seen the film The Italian Job, with the three minis and robbing the gold in Turin, not the new version with, is it Mark Wahlberg? Can't remember. Not that one, the Michael Caine one. There's a song at the end, of Self-Preservation Society, and that starts talking about getting dressed, put on your dicky dirt and your peck and rye. And it's all in rhyming slang, and it talks about your daisy roots. So does the song My Old Man's a Dustman by Lonnie Donegan. So there you go. That's a quick run through of some of the slang terms for clothes. Oh, I forgot a couple, actually. Trousers. There are a couple of other terms. One I like, which is strides. I know that's quite popular in Australia. And the other one is kind of short for trousers, which is trews. You don't hear that very much. Maybe someone's trying to be a bit clever, or take the mic or take the mickey a little bit. You might hear trews. But yeah, strides and trews, other slang terms of trousers. So that's basically it. Any more you can think of, put them in the comments. And I'll see you next time.